Good morning. Hope everybody's doing great and that you've had a good week. It's Friday. So, I had a great experience this morning in meditation that I really wanted to kind of bring everybody into the fold of. And I think the topic is always timely. And right now, it's just been a lot about what you're manifesting, and I've been kind of healing my experience with that word a little bit, because really it's just what you are allowing to experience more of yourself. It's just an opening of yourself to more different. And so kind of like I said in my last video, with the law of attraction, I think that, and I'm not against the law of attraction by any means. I think it's great. But I think intellectually sometimes it kind of gives us the idea of separation, in that we are scrambling to get something outside of ourselves to come to ourselves, right? Which is not the case. It's always just an opening of more of who we are to ourselves. And so I kind of want to talk today a little bit about there's no deserving, there's only allowing. There's no earning of anything. And really, as we say, a lot of the scriptures have been kind of showing to me in a different way, which is really cool. And kind of like we say is like, be it unto you according to your will. And like when we used to say that, it used to be like, oh, God's will, if it's your will, if it's okay, if you are okay that I have good things in my life, I would like that. And it's not that. It's you. What do you want for your life? You are the operant power. You are fully God having a human experience. And so when you are having experiences in the 3D that don't align with kind of what you intend, there's a couple things that I kind of want you to do. First, acknowledge that nothing outside of you produced that it is something that you ultimately created. But I want to make a big clarification here. Don't do that to the extent that you further a low self-image. Saying, see, I created that. There's something wrong with me. What you should do, because yes, you did create it, but if you continue to hold on to that, in that, oh, I created that, let me continue to make that my story over and over and over again, by lamenting that I created it and trying to resist it and trying to get rid of it and trying to wash it away. An easy tool is just to look at it, acknowledge it, send it love and appreciation for what it's showing you, and just kind of acknowledge to yourself that, look, that's just old story. And even if circumstances crop up that don't match what you're working on, or don't match what you're opening up, or what you're working on reflecting back to you, it's just a little bit of old story. That's okay. And it's here to go. So thank you. Let it go. So when we talk about allowing, what does that look like? It really is this simple. Acknowledging that I am the God of my life. I am God expressing as human. I am the operant power. Nothing outside of me can make any of this happen or not happen. And choose what you want to allow for yourself. So an intention is simply putting something, your attention, or intention is simply putting your attention onto something that you'd like to experience, right? So when you get up in the morning, and say, I intend to have a beautiful, perfect day, and I intend that the right relationships, the right connections, the right opportunities come into my life. And then say to yourself, I allow myself to experience abundance in every area of my life, or I allow myself to fill in the blank. And then feel the relief of the feeling of having that. So set your intention by just putting your attention on it. And then acknowledge to yourself that you allow that. I allow that in my life. I allow myself to not have a job and make money just existing, whatever it is. And feel that relief. Feel that feeling. And then anything going on in the 3D, you can acknowledge and love. It's just old story. So, I have a dear friend who will go through periods of wanting to have a positive attitude, and then when something in the 3D, some kind of old story crops up, she immediately grasps onto it, saying, see, this is why I can't, like, you guys don't understand. See, it doesn't happen to you, it happens to me, see? And then you reproduce more of it because you're grasping onto that. And you're waiting for something outside to prove to you that that you're the operant power. So again, just acknowledge old story when it comes up. Okay, that's old story. Thank you. I created that, but it's no longer me. It's old story. And in a loving way, you can just acknowledge that it's there and it can pass through. And then go back to, I allow myself to be totally abundant in every area of my life. I allow myself to experience heaven on earth. And then kind of, what does that look like? Go through your day, you know, as you're driving down the street. What does it look like if it's just beautiful? And kind of just feel that feeling internally, regardless of what's happening on the external, right? So, you know, if you're intending a beautiful day and as you're making your breakfast, you drop it on the floor, that doesn't mean your manifestation isn't working. Just acknowledge it. Okay, interesting. There you go. I allow myself to experience pure bliss all day, every day. So there's no deserving, there's no earning, there's no tasks to complete. You will be inspired to complete a task when it needs to be done. We've talked about that. But you know, I think what happens is we get in this place of like, we've checked all the boxes, we've done our meditation, we did the dance, and we deserve it, we forgave, we released, and we're like, okay, now give me my reward. It's just allowing. So if you're not yet experiencing it in the 3D, that's okay. Allow yourself to experience it in the spirit. That's what you're allowing. I'm experiencing more of myself. And then you can know it will eventually manifest into the 3D. But just continue to love and accept old story. And you can kind of see it as distant from yourself. It's like, oh, I remember when that used to really bother me. I remember when that used to be, you know, something that tripped me up. You can just send a powerful love and acceptance. It's just old story. And then go back within and allow it right now. That's what Neville Goddard was talking about, you know, when he was saying, go do the thing right now. But he's not saying go force in the 3D and blab it and grab it and push and push. What he's saying is go internally and have it. And then just know, it really is as simple as knowing I am the operant power of my life, and that's what I choose. And even if you're feeling crummy about it, that's okay. Just don't make the feeling mean anything. Like, okay, well, I'm feeling crummy. That doesn't mean I don't get my manifestation. I'm the operant power, and I choose abundance. And then feel it. So, I hope that's helpful. It just was meaningful for me today. I thought that was really interesting. And there's a lot of intellectualizing about it, but when you have an experience of it, it's quite different. It's a little hard to put into words, as I know some of you know. So, anyway, I hope you guys have a great Friday. I'll talk to you soon.